In a damaging news for the West Indies cricket, one of their cricketers, John Campbell, has been banned after being tested positive for doping by Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission. Hey everyone, my name is Harish and today we are going to explore a very important but lesser known topic around doping in cricket and why John Campbell was found guilty of using banned substances. If you might recall, not long ago, Bangladesh के एक player शहीदुल इस्लाम को भी सस्पेंड किया गया था for violating ICC anti-doping code. And these are not just here and there names. Many times, a lot of cricketers have been found guilty of doing this. Even the big names like Prithvi Shaw, Andre Russell, and Shane Warne have been found guilty in past. However, time and again, we have seen players cross the line and not just violate the spirit of the game, but also major rules of the game. And doping is something that no cricket organization, even no sports organization takes lightly. And hence the 4-year ban for John Campbell. The Southpaw recently opened for West Indies versus Bangladesh in this year only has 3 half centuries in test and 1 ODI international century. He was found guilty after failing to submit the blood samples. The investigation report after he failed to submit the blood samples read out like this. The panel is persuaded to a comfortable degree of satisfaction that the athlete committed an anti-doping rule violation, namely breach of JADCO Rule 2.3. The panel does not find on the evidence presented that the athlete's anti-doping violation was not intentional. In the circumstances of this case, the athlete is ineligible for a period of 4 years. This was the report given by JADCO after the cricketer failed to submit his blood samples.
There were a lot of doping cases in the history of cricket. In the previous years, if you have seen, India's Prithvi Shaw was one of the cases, even Pradeep Sangwan, the former medium pacer, even the 6-hitting machine of West Indies cricket, Andre Russell got also involved in the doping. So obviously we are not sure if the cricketers are getting involved intentionally or unintentionally.
Now let's talk about what the actual rule says around doping in cricket. For a substance or method to be added to prohibited list, it must meet at least 2 out of 3 of the following criteria. Number 1, there is evidence that the substance or method has the potential to enhance or does enhance performance. Number 2, this is evidence that the substance or method represents an actual or potential health risk to the athlete. Number 3, WADA has determined that use of substance or method violates the spirit of sport.
So cricketers put in a lot of hard work to reach the highest level of the game. So intentionally or unintentionally, cricketers might be taking up different medicines, especially if you have seen in the recent past years. Lot of banned substance was found in the cough syrups. So that could be one reason why a lot of cricketers are getting banned due to doping. So at the end of the day, we want cricketers to be aware of such banned substances and keep the game of cricket clean.
It is a rising issue. There is a rise in that issue. We have seen it before. We have seen it in India as well. Prithvi Shaw took a cough syrup and has to face a ban for it. So it is becoming an issue, and it is an issue where players can carry a huge hit. It can take a huge hit in players' career. Campbell will be banned for 4 years, so it's very sad news for him and West Indies cricket, and for cricket as well in general. Because in cricket, it is an incident like this can put an end to a particular player's career. So it can be appreciated if players concentrate more on that aspect as well.
I think with all these athletes having agents and other people to take care of their diet and stuff like that, more often than not, what happens is that they are themselves not aware of what they're consuming, and they need to be very watchful about what they're having, what they're consuming, and if they're not, it could lead to something as fatal as them being involved in doping, and as a result their career being compromised, or at the worst case scenario their career ending right there. Which is why they need to be mindful of what they're having. But if they are aware of substance abuse or doping or stuff like that, if they're completely aware of what they're consuming, it is completely unfair on other players. This might demotivate the players to do it the right way, which is why serious actions are taken by the boards. They don't take this issue lightly. And I think that's the right way to go about this.
Now you know what the whole saga was about John Campbell and doping, and also what are the basic rules around doping in cricket. So tell us in the comment section, what do you make of all the situation and what are your general views on doping in sports?